Today we're changing the oil and oil filter in a Mk1 Peugeot 3008 1.6 Blue HDI. As you can see, I have the vehicle jacked up, supported on axle stands, and the under tray is removed. We will start by removing the sump plug and draining the oil into a suitable container. While the oil is draining, we will go on and change the oil filter. We start by removing the air intake pipes. This one pulls off, the next one pulls out, and then a slight anti-clockwise twist, and out it comes. This allows you access into the oil filter housing. We will take an old rag and jam it underneath the oil filter in case there's anything leaks out while we remove it. We will now get a 27mm socket, and we will use this to remove the oil filter housing top, allowing us access to change the filter. Now that we have the filter out, we'll give the inside of the housing a good clean. Next we will remove the oil filter from the housing cover. Just get a grip, give it a good pull. Next we'll remove the old O-ring and throw it away as no longer required. There should be a new one with your filter. Give the inside of the cover a good clean as well. As you can see here, I'm using a Bosch oil filter, and as you can see, it also comes with a new O-ring. Now before installing the new O-ring, get some fresh oil and give it a light coating. This will help it seal better. Then carefully work it back onto the housing and put it into position. Once again, with some fresh oil, coat the O-rings on the bottom of the oil filter. Now insert the oil filter back into its housing. Some people will install it into the lid first. I find it easier to do this way. Line it up and firmly push into place. Now get the cover, line it up, and by gently applying pressure, screw it in and get it onto its correct thread. Once the correct thread started, get the socket back on it and tighten it back up. Next we will put the air intake pipes back on. Insert this one and just get a slight clockwise turn and then click it into position. And we'll put the shorter one on. Again, it just push fit and make sure it is lined up correctly. Now we will put the sump plug back in, give it a clean first. It's recommended that you change the sump plug or washer every time, but I change every half dozen times, seems to do the job. Now it's time to fill back up with oil. The cap was off while it was draining, but was stuck on while I was away from the car. I'm using Total Oil, as you can see. This is recommended for this engine. Keep checking your oil level from time to time while filling it until you get to the correct level. Make sure you get every last drop out the can, because we've all seen the cost of oil. is back up to level, the engine has been run and then allowed to sit for round about an hour, and we'll recheck the oil to make sure it is correct. As you can see, level is fine, and that is job done.